My name is Morrison. I'm 23, a Canadian artist, well, originally from England, and I love doing psychedelic type funky colors. I'm a huge nerd. I've always loved like Labyrinth and all of like the 80s practical effects and things like that. Love them. So I've always figured that if I could live anywhere, it'd be in any of those fantasy realms. So I figured why not bring it to life in my art. Most of my work has a lot of deep meaning to either me or to family members, with like tackling different issues like PCOS and things of that nature. Like the one back here, I decided to do for burnout. So it means it's called rekindling. So I'm trying to gather myself to rekindle the passion that I used to have for art when I felt that I was burning out. And this piece behind me is the calm versus the fierce nature of a woman and how they battle all the time against each other, but we're all human. So we have a heart. I've loved art my entire life. When I started actually getting serious about it, I had started doing customs and commissions for family members, and then started doing them for strangers once my family members were like, hey, look at this. And they're like, oh, I want some of that. So I started doing the customs, and then I started hitting up markets and selling my stuff there. And I did really well. So I continued it, and then here I am. Usually it takes a couple days for me to brainstorm and write down ideas and things, and just usually how I'm feeling. I usually have sketchbooks that I use as kind of like a visual journal. And sometimes if I like a piece enough or I connect with it enough, I'll do a few thumbnails and then I'll just go from the heart. It's usually kind of emotional when I paint. I listen to songs that help me bring out the emotions, and just listen to what my heart says as I paint. And then I use funky colors, so people are just like, that's really odd that you have such a deep meaning, but it's so brightly colored. I'm a self-taught artist. I read a lot of books on art, and a lot of people that I follow and idolize, I get in touch with and see if they have any tips. So that's how I came about. This style in particular took me quite a few years to actually connect with. I typically use like wolves or women in my paintings because that's what I connect with the most. Like my star sign and everything like that, all of the female like witchy things. With this style, I've also always wanted to be a tattoo artist, just never, I'm afraid of needles. For giving people needles and receiving them. So it's kind of put me off, but I was like, at least my art's cool enough that I could just do it without putting on people permanently. The shapes, usually it's just trying to see what goes well compositionally. I like to use a lot of circles, circle canvases, circle head shapes, and also they go with my face shape. So like I have a round face and I just like circles. Since I started doing the visual journal and putting everything down in this form of art with the serious topics, I figured I could pick up some other serious topics like around the world that people are more in tune with. I did have a piece, I can't remember what it was called, but that had sold, that was about predators, like predatory behavior kind of thing. I showed it at ACAD actually in Calgary, the big school, and to one of the teachers there, and it got a lot of attention. Not enough to put on social media, but a lot of attention from the school. Just to bring awareness, and the fact that it was so colorful, it made people look at it, and then when they read what it meant, it got them thinking more about like how to save children and how to keep predators from getting to our kids. These are the works that I will have in the show, along with quite a few others. The big one that I'm working on right now is about memories, because I have a 2-year-old and I feel like my memories are fading very fast, because when they're so small and then they just grow up immediately, I feel like the memories are taken away. But they're still there, but they're just hidden from you until you like look back at photos and things like that. So it's a big emotional piece for me, but it will be in the show. And then I have a few funnier ones, like I was joking around with my significant other about chicken strips. So I did a chicken strip, a chicken that is stripping on a pole, which I thought was hilarious. So hopefully everybody else finds that funny.